Okay, gamers, I'm finally back to the video thing. Let's see, we are listening to what is this? Krongbin ala Sala. I don't know what Krongbin is, but she makes good music. But okay. We are now making a video game. So last time what I was doing was I was fiddling with some stencil stuff. Let's even see that actually. Spooky test, that's what it was. I got it almost working, but I need to do some sort of deep dive into the engine. Because yeah, right now it's doing some crazy artifacting like this. No idea what this is about, how this even works. It's like flickering every other frame with a stencil buffer and like randomized pixels. It's crazy. But let's get into the game and see where I left off, because I know where I'm going to start at, and it's not going to be the stencil buffers. Because I've been procrastinating, as I tend to do, on the story. But now that it's a month until I want the like second pass story done, so to speak, I'm thinking like, what do I actually need to do to make the story what I want it to be? You know, not the game itself, not all the graphics, all that stuff. What do I actually need? Oh, the stream is not capturing properly. Well, then let's just close it. We don't need it right now anyway. Okay, so let's go pass to excluded tags, spoiler. Second pass, the big questions, sub-mysteries. Don't I have, like, I think I might actually put it in spoilers. Okay, spooky warning, it's spoiler time. In fact, let's even put that in the spooky, scary spoiler time. Change the title of the stream. So we got quests. Don't I have it in here? Could have sworn I had this in here. Ah well, I know what I want. Okay. Questions you aren't ready to answer. Or questions you aren't ready to ask, basically. Basically, one of the things that I've been thinking about for the game is that, you know, this whole quest is basically Jackie trying to find where her mom went using the medium. But I think as time goes on, she becomes less and less excited to find the answer, basically, or to find more about her mother. So there's a few assumptions that we start with. So like, the medium works. Jackie can find her mother. Or I guess, let's say like, Jackie's mother left for some important reason. She'll be able to find her. The medium can, I guess, work. Direct her. And so I think basically what's going to eventually happen is she just gradually loses faith in any of these. Probably like halfway through the game, she realizes like, oh, I don't think any of this is going to really work. And then she just kind of like denies it and just keeps going anyway. And you get dialogue choices that you can't ask. I'll put that up here. You start getting dialogue options that you can't ask with a message like you aren't, or you don't feel to ask this. Let's see. And then spoiler happens, and you are able to ask those questions with uncomfortable results. And I won't spoil the spoiler. You know, there's a spoiler warning, but not that big of a spoiler warning. How could I spoil spoiler? But okay. So, progression. Jak, so it becomes clear Jackie's mom wasn't a very honest person. Let's just say wasn't an honest person. Like, I don't know, self-serving, manipulative, a cruel life. She's basically the type of person who's lived like a very bad life of like being surrounded by untrustworthy people, so she doesn't really have the capacity to trust people anymore. At least that's the impression that Jackie starts to get. And then let's say it's more and more obvious the medium is, or really is, just a reflection. So there's a few things that happen. I should probably have specific examples. Because I have specific examples for this. For example, there's the quest Monkey Mouse. So like fictional creatures in the medium. And then there's going to be another one that I want where basically people have like this elder. This ancestral elder that's been kind of like passed down from generation to generation, where they use the medium to construct an AI of it. And he has like been leading this village for like generations now. Which I guess could kind of actually... I guess that'd kind of complicate the medium. I think it is actually... The medium is powerful. But not designed to tell the truth. I guess that's a more accurate meaning. Because the medium really is a powerful, like, memory scanning machine. It's just that it doesn't tell people true things. It tells them what they think is true. And there's a difference. But okay, Monkey Mouse. So multi-generational AI. Aren't there other things that I was going to do? I guess these are the two big ones right now. I could think of more things. Because I think I need to start thinking as well of like, how do I integrate more of the lessons or more of the things about the medium and about Jackie's mom into the existing side quests? Because a lot of them don't have any connection to her other than like very tangential things. Of like a person who knew her needs your help doing some completely unrelated task. And that's not useful. But okay, medium is leading Jackie in circles. Is it? I'm trying to think if it actually would. Because honestly, I think this is probably the most important thing. I guess there is the, like... This is minor spoilers, but the AI's independent development. I mean, I guess these are kind of both the same thing. Oh yeah, because we have this as well. I guess it'll just be like... there isn't enough information to form a clear picture of her mother. And I guess, how would this happen? I guess it'd just be like over the course of the game, as Jackie gets more and more information, she's like, this isn't enough. Maybe like growing frustration. Okay. See, I guess this seems reasonable. What I'm gonna do is let's get... Do I even need this out? I'm kind of thinking I might do the thing that I did for like a stream ages ago, where I just have another game in the little... Where is it? Is it this thing? Okay, that is it. It just doesn't have anything in there. Yeah, okay, I could do that. I have my little gimmick sidebar. Because I think this is just going to be an out-and-out writing stream. Alright, you know what? Let's do that. So let's go to my games. Let's go to, I guess it'd be farms. Settle engineering. Somewhere in here there should be a, like, random... I can't find it. I think it doesn't help that I don't remember what the game was called, or what folder I put it in. Maybe it's in sand. Earth tongue. That's what it was. So we're gonna have some good old-fashioned ADHD style. I'm not even gonna have the game open for this, actually. This is literally just going to be a writing stream. But it'll have a little bit of entertainment for you. Okay, let's put this... Where is Earth Tongue here? There it is. And now we have that can come up. Let's do spooky. It's Halloween. Isn't this lovely? Hang on, I need to get my chat as well. Because I'm like consolidating and simplifying the windows over here. Okay. So now we're going to have all sorts of wonderful things. Wow, it's really tall. Let's do weather. And let's do a bug. Okay. And then I need to, am I going to keep this? I know what I'm going to do. Just move this over to like here. There you go. See, you're like the little bugs. You need your nutrients to like be fully stimulated. So, okay. Where exactly do I want these assumptions to be made? I could have sworn I put this in here. Hey, don't we have, like, medium... Functional deadline, changes, more connections. Like arc? Jackie? Okay, we're not gonna have that then. So let's start from these initial assumptions. So like, how do we do this? Also, I'm gonna lower the volume of this. Probably there. And there you are, some little butterflies. Okay, so Jackie's mother left for some important reason. Where would she answer this? Like, what people would she say this to? I guess maybe Armstrong, Riley, the plateau, shopkeeper. Let's see, I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Shopkeeper, I guess just every important person. Let's list every important person. Important person. So people who knew Jackie's mom. So we have Orstad. Vaguely remembers her from his childhood. They weren't close. But this gives you, like, the basic location where she lived and, like, her religion and things like that that are important for the story, but not that important for the actual characterization of her. So this is, like, her religion, hometown, where she might have gone. I think the problem is Natia is like friend from her teenage years. I guess not that close either, but her family struggles after the war. What age would this actually be, even? Would it be like 15 to 18 or something like that? I think I just need to change the ages here, like compress this timeline a bit more. Something like that makes more sense. So, context of the war. Family struggles after the war. The problem is these two kind of have like the crux of her personality, I think. Maybe they don't, actually. Maybe they just know she was from a bad family, but they don't know anything. They don't know much about her specifically, like... was closed off at this point, but still had friends. Walter. Young adulthood. Do I actually know what I want? Because I think these are really the only people I currently have who actually can give us any information. Full legal name of birth. So he can at least give you this. And then I think he also... So he has a contradictory view of her personality. Which is what starts Jackie. Or he has a view of her personality that contradicts Natya and Yomi, leading Jackie to suspect Mom was basically like pretending to be whatever people wanted her to be, essentially. Or like... Is that what I want? I feel like I need more people. No, what I need as well, somebody from, so, Jackie's mom, aka Tara, somebody from, Tara's family. Extended family. So yeah, I think this would be another view of the family struggles, but less sympathetic to Tara and more sympathetic to the family, which, you know, basically from an obviously biased perspective of like, if somebody says that Tara was abused by like extended family, but then somebody who's closer to that extended family was like, oh no, that was not true. Like, there's obviously bias there. But I basically want to present like obviously contradicting statements and make the player decide what they believe. Let's put some more stuff in here. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not going to kill everything. Well, let's enjoy these little cotton candy things. Is this the thing that I can do? Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's call this actually a spooky writing stream. Spooky, scary writing time. No, all sorts of creatures are going extinct. How sad. Hamster's but sympathetic to her family, not her. Basically kind of force the player's hand to pick an interpretation of reality they're going to believe. Because I think that's also something that I've kind of wanted to explore in this game of like, just presenting people who have totally cohesive views of reality that don't agree at all. Which I need to dig into a little bit more. I basically have some like test dialogue, but I haven't really put it into the game yet. But okay. Force the player to pick an interpretation they agree with. Let's see. 1605 writing. So this is like, do I have it in here already? I think I might have put Jackie's arc in here. Because I have way too many dialogue bits. Or like files, basically. Let's just say like Jackie.dialogue. Oh wait, no, MD. Let's do a markdown instead. There we go. Okay, and then people who understand the medium. Or like people who influence your understanding of the medium. So there should be Oldmere. He's the guy who does the fictional character in the medium. So it doesn't block, obviously, false people. Because, you know, because basically the side quest with Oldmere is he uses the medium to talk to a cartoon character. And that pisses Jackie off because she's like, no, this is a thing that's meant for communing with the dead. This is not like a toy that you can just like make things with, because otherwise what is she doing? You know, trying to assemble her mom out of memories from other people. You know, so she feels like it's basically invalidating her own like quest, essentially. But then there should be Riley, maybe the village with the AI elder. So this is kind of the opposite in that it bolsters Jackie. Like, it's basically going to be a group that uses the medium to have, like, to preserve the memory of somebody across generations. However, and let's say this, it makes Jackie doubt the quest. And then multi-generational memories, it validates Jackie. But there's a bias. So like there's, upon close inspection, you can find biases per person, which, I mean, obviously. Basically, they're interpreting a person based on other people's interpretations. So it's like basically multiple people will swap into the medium and be the like person to channel this elder. That's how I imagine it being. And maybe perhaps they get... So perhaps the biases can run uncomfortably deep. Because I also don't want the player to be like, oh, well, obviously the twist, quote-unquote, is going to be that the medium doesn't work. Like, I want the player to genuinely not be sure how well the medium will work. So I think it should do things that will work. Let's say the medium itself. So Jackie basically always believes it. It says just what she believes it should say, even if that surprises her. It shows her things she isn't comfortable with. So like the events, which I still need to write more of, but I don't know how, because there are things that I want to write that I've talked about before that I just feel uncomfortable writing on stream. I'll have to figure it out at some point. How to like balance that. Probably just really making a fixed time to like stream or work off stream. Since I don't really have a schedule off stream. Okay, let's say this. Questions you aren't ready to ask. The medium itself, Jackie basically always believes it. Okay, it knows, or it shows her things she's uncomfortable with, and it also, it just plain has information Jackie could not have known. Basically, the medium really does have information from other people or like other ways of getting things than just scanning Jackie's brain. And so I think it's going to be like secret places, caves and things, broader like social or phenomena. And sometimes it gets ahead of itself and makes up details. Playing games incorrectly. That'd be interesting. Like it like asks you to play a game with it, and it's like some sort of traditional game in the area, and it's just the rules are wrong. Because that's specifically what I'm thinking of is, what is it called? Shigai, I think is what it is. Yeah. This is a traditional, like, fortune-telling game that's different from, like, country to country. In, like, well, it says, like, from, like, Mongolia to Turkey to, isn't this China? What is this province again? Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region? Yeah. And, like, Tajikistan. So, yeah, it's, like, in the area of stuff that I want to see. But also, speaking of, how's our little creatures doing? We got some corn, got some candy corn, got some, ooh, little pumpkins. Look at those. Don't I have also a thing to, like, zoom in specifically on this? Isn't it, like, which one of these is it? This one? Hang on. Let's put this there. It's not quite working. Oh, there we go. Okay. You know, because how am I going to do things? How am I going to do this writing stream if you can't see the little creatures all running around? But okay, that gives me that, and then we can switch to it. No, we can't switch to it there. Isn't one of these it? All right, hang on. This is an important thing. I need to add a setting. Hotkey. We need to switch to scene. That'll be... There we go. Shift F21. So now I can do that. And F21 shows and hides it, because I have F21 attached to a keypad as a little, like, makeshift stream deck. Which took a surprising amount of time to set up, because I was originally going to get a mechanical keyboard that had F keys all the way up to F24, but I couldn't find one. Or I could, but then I bought the wrong thing, because you had to do like a bunch of custom stuff to actually get it to register the keys the way I wanted it. Wow, well, it was a mess. So sometimes it gets ahead of itself and makes up details, playing games incorrectly, feeding into Jackie's bias. Biases or like presumptions. I guess maybe even like inaccurate inaccurate extrapolations from past trends. I should start thinking of like more specific examples of all of these, but I'll think of that soon. Okay, so who else can we get? I guess maybe Captain Redford? So like the machine has some, or like the technology has some real connection to the dead. I still have no idea what his deal is. Basically, he's a reanimated corpse. Well, he's the memories of a dead man put into the body of some sort of creature. And I have no idea what it actually means for the story. Spoiler alert. I'm sure I can make up some sort of interesting explanation. Also, I did see a comet strike. So that's the end of that society. Let's go to the pumpkin patch, though. In fact, let's put a bug in the pumpkin patch. There we go. We need more bugs there. Now they can, like, hang out. Is this everything that I want? There is some spoiler stuff, but oh well. This seems good. Okay, so we also have Riley. So she's interested in old technology. Maybe she gives you about the other mediums in the area. What would she tell you about the other mediums? I'm actually trying to figure out, how does Riley feed into this actual central story stuff? Maybe she doesn't directly? Because she has another... Because Riley is basically a character who you like interact with repeatedly, and you just go on weird adventures to ancient ruins with her. And I don't know if she needs much more to tie her into the central game. And then let's also say, it becomes clear the AI has its own problems. Because basically, its memory and perception of time depends on the player being in the room. It remembers things the player dreams about. And it's what else am I thinking? Because basically I'm now writing down just things that are already in the game about the medium, because it has its own little like character arc independent of like everything the player is doing. I guess I'll leave it at that for now. I guess I'll say maybe justified in this behavior. I think Jackie's going to wind up being very divided about her mom. Because there are specific things that I've imagined that I guess I won't spoil. Of her mom being very self-serving, but also being in a, like, world where that's kind of what you have to be. Because something that I think about occasionally is the fact that, like, honesty is a, like, luxury good. Like, you can only be honest if that isn't, like, a necessary thing. Or, like, if you... Basically, if stealing something meant eating well or not eating, people would act very differently. You know, about things like shoplifting and stuff. I mean, because there are people who just shoplift for fun, but a lot of people don't do things like, I don't know, steal bikes and sell them. Like, that's not a job that people would have just for fun, you know? So there's all sorts of things like that, of just petty theft and stuff, that are mostly from a position of, like, being completely incapable, or, like, having exhausted all other options, or not having any other options. I don't know how much of that Jackie's going to register, though, because she grew up in a relatively wealthy family. So I think it might take a while for her to actually understand that. Let's put that in here, actually. Jackie doesn't understand poverty-based crime. Why do people steal? Why do people run scams? So, I don't know, distrusting. Let's see, how much of this... I guess I can start writing out these assumptions. So, like, let's go through the characters, like, one by one. Or the characters that you can interact with who would have some sort of sizable difference. So let's just do this here. The arc. Armstrong, Riley, Walter, Orstad, Natya, and Yomi. What are the other characters I had? I guess I'll just start with these ones. And then there's also, yeah, Tara's like cousin or something. Okay. So first off, I think it's going to be kind of like a multiplicative thing of, like, because the player can do this game in like non-linear order, I'll basically have the dialogue, like, have these assumptions, and Jackie's, like, feelings about these particular assumptions be, like, one dimension, and the people you talk to be another. I'm trying to think, do I have enough to really do this? Or, like, enough information, enough of a plan for this? I guess I just got it right. Alright, feelings. So, like, so what I mean by green is, like, Jackie's completely... Or Jackie, like, has total faith in the mediums. Abilities, finding her mother. Let's say that. And then like maybe doubtful. So Jackie has doubts, but she's unwilling to voice them. What events, like what combination of events are necessary for her to feel this way? I guess I'll leave that as an exercise for me later. I want to start with Armstrong. I want to reinterpret this stuff. So we have like Coates Girl. What is this stuff? Okay. So I saw my mom. Well, sort of. She was like I don't know exactly an impression. I never knew her that well. So wait, did you not understand how the medium worked? It uses your memories. So of course I understand. That's why I asked you about her. I'm looking for people who knew her. So to work, I just need to know more. So you're playing... I guess this is fine for now. I guess what I can do is I can have... Well... Mother. I think I'm going to have... One very specific thing I'm going to do is... She's not going to talk about her mom in the past tense. She's going to talk as under the assumption that her mother is alive. I guess I'll keep those to-dos. Well, do I need to... I'll just put that as like a thing to do. That's not really like a necessary thing for me right this moment. I want to do like the broader, bigger assumptions. Let's just put that in here. Got her mom in the present tense. Unless she becomes really convinced she's dead. So I think there's an idea that I had before of like being able to quickly do things like have text that I can conditionally replace really easily, because right now the way to do this would be this, which is just a little too verbose for me. And I could maybe even do like apostrophe S. That would be interesting. Like instead of it could be apostrophe S if I have the present tense, but then it could be like was, like space was in the past tense or something. That'd be interesting. But that's too much like technical stuff. I guess I'm really trying to focus in on like what are the questions I need to ask myself and answer to make sure the game's story is actually worth putting all of this work into. Because it's very easy for me to find work to do, you know, like the weird system of conditionally swapping past and present tense, or just manually having it, you know, manually rewriting all this stuff. But that none of that means anything unless I have a plot that I like. Let's go back to Godot. Because I'm going to start with like a very simple... Actually, let's just start from like a very simple thing. So like, Babby intro. We're going to have a new dialogue test. This is going to be like the whole game abridged. And the point of this is going to be to figure out like, or to just write out what I want the actual structure of the game to be. Hey, look at this little den. Put some bugs in here. Make them fend for themselves. But okay. Let's say arm strong. So we'll have like global stats here. Stat Jackie doubts. So let's say you believe and find your mother. Otherwise, not stats. Oh wait, this isn't what I do anymore. I do this. So medium. So what is the other stat that we could have? So this is like, you have some doubts. So we'll have like these assumptions and like varying levels of certainty that the player can have. I'm not even sure if this is true though. My headcanon, spoiler alert, is that she actually is alive somewhere. But maybe she's not. Maybe I'll change my mind, who knows. We still got a month before I feel like the script is like in this past 2 version, which isn't even finalized still. And I tend to flip-flop as I like write interesting scenes, but okay. So does this give me, I guess let's say like Jackie. Yeah, let's say that. So like not stats mum slash or Jackie slash gone. Where did you go? She gives some nonsensical, probable sounding explanation. Oh yeah, also I think what I'm going to do at some point is actually have a separate like movement demo. Because I'm going to start reworking things for a vertical slice. And I think what I'll do first is like redo the movement and then just release it like with some very simple like place or like, yeah, very simple like demo levels. So that way I can get feedback on the mechanics themselves independent of the actual game they're in. That could be fun. And I could even do the same thing with like the dialogue mechanics and like quests, but at that point I think I'll probably just make the vertical slice and like make one of the quests or 2 of the quests in a specific area feel as good as I can make them. And like get feedback on them and figure out what I want to do with them. That'd be good. Let's get everybody here. So we need now Orstat, not Jinyomi. cousin, Balter. So like, you ask, let's say like talked equals 0. And Walter, do some cool quest stuff. You learn your mom was 30. Plus stats, mom slash 30. Plus stats, mum slash info. And I guess I'll also just have here, like, 0. Talking to Armstrong gives you a very basic impression. Well, no, I think that's fine, as it is. Otherwise, so otherwise, like, not stats, mum, or Jackie slash doubts. Otherwise, not stats, Jackie slash gone. Basically, this is one of the dialogue options that I want, where I think this guy, Orstad, he actually messes up the timeline of things, and he mistakes Jackie's older aunt for her mom. And so it's just like, it's not that big of a deal in this case, since he didn't really know her personally, but it sort of rattles Jackie a bit to be like, oh, I was like learning about the wrong person because he mixed them up. So let's just say that. The timeline you said doesn't really make sense. It would make my mother much... Well, actually, how would it... No, I have a better idea. Go on. Let's say here, if we have the stats, like, Mum, Lagoon Town, the timeline you gave contradicts one I've heard about my mother. They make her be several years younger than your story implies. And then after some back and forth, you realize he was thinking of her older sister. Your faith, you realize anybody could tell you or could mix up talking about and give you wrong information. What would this do permanently? Like, how would this permanently affect things? I don't want it to be the full doubt stack. Or like the full doubt stats. What is happening over here? There's a whole war going on under the ground here. Hang on, we need this on the big screen. This is more important. There's a whole war going on between the pumpkins and this strange stuff. Let's see how the pumpkins fare. They've been just hanging out. Oh well. Okay. I also hurt my upper back because I've been doing one-handed push-ups a bunch. But okay. The timeline you gave contradicts other stories I've heard about my mother. She was apparently several years younger than your story implies. Or she was apparently several years younger than... in your account. Who may have died in the combat. Okay, I guess that's fine. Locked equals 0. And then let's do like what should I do here actually? I know what to do. Not stats. Jackie doubts. You aren't willing to ask this, otherwise. And Yomi. They have some things to say about Kara's teen life. So this is like plus stats mom/Lagoon Town. Because basically they tell you where she lived at the time. They tell you what other things do they tell you? Let's go through the letter delivery. Not in Yomi. Mum/. Yeah, they have quiet, creepy mum. I think I'll do like a mini version. This would be interesting. Just having a miniature version of the whole game here. Where it's like, instead of doing any quests, I just like skip to all of the stuff. This as well. I don't think we need that again, but we might. Alright, we don't need Nacho/medium. So you get lots of info there. Mum/uncle? Well, I guess... Can you tell me about Jackie's... or no, Tara's uncle? You learn he was a bad dude. I guess you would actually learn that he killed somebody, because that's what actually happened. But oh well. And let's say stats mum/Surdy. That. So they think we, or they didn't know. I'm trying to think, what exactly am I trying to divine from this? I guess I'm trying to figure out what sort of structure, or what I need to make the structure that I want. Like removing all of the content from the things you do. Just what is the actual sequence of events I would like the player to go through in order to like reach some sort of conclusion in the game. You know, who do they talk to? Who do they revisit? What information do they get? How do we make it like that any order you get this information is a good order? Gnome/knife. Plus stats, knife. As I can tell, as far as I could tell. You know what? I think everybody she asks should have some answer as to like, where do you think we went? Anywhere but here. Well, that's an interesting start. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the bathroom, and I'm going to put on an ad break. So enjoy that. Back in like 3 minutes. Yeah, my stomach isn't feeling too good, but at least I'm back. Okay, so as we were doing... Hey, look at this. A bunch of little creatures have emerged. Oh, golly. There's a lot of little creatures. Let's keep the pumpkin patch there. But okay. Billion stats, a million trillion things. Let's do... I guess this is good for now. Cousin... About... Let's say I thought... Let me just do stats. Mom/uncle. And this will be like plus stats, mom/uncle. Good. You know what I want to do? I want to make a dang old Minecraft server. That's what this music makes me think of. Minecraft. But then again, I've never actually played much. Have I played multiplayer Minecraft? I must have at some point. No, I don't think I actually have. Maybe with my brother. Because he used to play Minecraft a good deal. Okay, we need Bolter. I guess we would actually have... What would we have? Any stat. Any stat, mom/Lagoon Town. I think it's actually global, any stat. Let's go to Nightlight Bolter. I'm rather with Sirdi, blah blah blah. There's like a big conversation there. What am I looking for exactly? Oh yeah, there's like mum/purple eyes. That's an interesting one. This. Stats. Basically just putting all the things that I have here. I guess these are fine. Let's make the text a little bit bigger for the stream. There we go. Don't I have like full name? Oh, I do. Yeah. mum slash full name, mum slash that. Full name plus stats mum slash age. And that puts us here as mum slash age. Okay. So let's put this into the game as our little test area. We need like some sort of predatory animal for this area. I don't think they're going to survive for very long if it keeps up the way it is. Maybe the slug will defeat them. You know, because you don't want them doing that forever. But okay. Get that. Do I need this? I'll keep this as it is. This is my little depth buffer, because I was trying to figure out how to get the stencil buffer into a texture. But it was strictly for debugging purposes, so I guess I'll just remove it. What are these, actually? Oh, these are also, like, stencil things, so I'll just remove those. Okay, let's go to proof of concept. And we should probably pause the, Can we pause this? Oh, we can. Okay. Probably back to the actual video game. Well, I don't know. It is Halloween, Hallows Eve. We could keep the funny little spooky creatures on the side while I do my other stuff. I'll need to put them over on, like, this side, though. Maybe up here? Yeah, there's probably nothing important going to be up there. Because basically because the dialogue will be, like, down here. So that'll only remove the top bar for you guys. But okay. We're going to get a new area. Because this area, like, this was meant to be the proof of concept. But now we're going to have another pseudo proof of concept. Let's put it over here. Or like tiny game. See? Just put everybody. 2, 3. How many of these guys do we need? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. There we go. Armstrong. Armstrong. So the whole game abridged. This will be Natya and Yomi. Natya and Yomi. Who else do I even have? Orstad. Probably could have done this and then copied them, but oh well. Falter. All right, this will be the medium. Oh wait, there was something important up there. This whole dang thing. I've been editing all the fields in the top right corner. Ah well. Falter, falter. So who else did we even have here? Nachinomi cousin. Right, the cousin. Okay, so now I kind of want to figure out maybe just this ultra abridged version of the game, like why is the ground, why are the shaders all like this? Why does the video game never work? It never works the way I want it to. Why doesn't it just work perfectly every time? You know what I mean? Also, I want that up there still. Okay, because I'm thinking... Let's put the characters in a likely order that I talk to them. Armstrong, first up. So let's say talk equals 0. And not stats. Let's say... let's just keep it as it is. Well, no. I can help you. Let's see. He points you toward the plateau. /plateau. And then let's do like well, let's do this. Or also, music again. Where'd it go? Where does it keep going? Let's see, and let's raise it a little bit on your end. Okay. Not stats. Jackie doubt. I don't think there's any way to actually gain doubt right now. So, like, the character arc is not complete. All right, can we re-import this and then reload the dialogue? Force reload dialogue. Room's got to be out there somewhere. I can help you. Point you toward the plateau. Okay, cool. So that would mean the next likely person would be Orstad. But I could just let you go somewhere else. Well, because basically there is no fixed order. It's just recommended things. Like, I've been thinking of it as like funnels and like, I guess sort of like drains and outlets. Like things that pull you in and things that push you away. Also, the stream... Oh, wait, no. Okay. It's because I'm alt-tabbing around. Yeah, I think I'm kind of pushing the limits of my brain here. What do I want here? I guess maybe this is still the central one. So what does the medium do? She gives some nonsensical, probable-sounding explanation. So Orstad is the most useful one to talk to next. Do some cool quest stuff. You learn your mom was Sirdi. And that should also be when you first learn about the war and stuff. What are more specific events that I want in here? So, like, for the medium. We should probably have, like, what is the probable sounding explanation? Also, the music got a little louder. Yeah, that's probably about right. I guess what I want is now we should have the other guys. Like Oldmere. You help the old man activate the medium. He talks to a cartoon character. We don't need that right now. Much to your shock. Will the medium just let anybody talk to anyone without question? So what does this give us, though? Medium/fiction, maybe? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, what alchemy will I have to do to, like, determine what place the character is in her arc. Of, like, basically going from, like, a plucky adventurer to a more ambivalent character. Because then there's the, like, ancient elder. You meet some villagers who follow the guidance of elder, whose spirit or whose memory has been preserved for generations via the medium. It makes you feel better about your own quest. Medium / generations. Because admittedly, all this like summarization, I think I'll just need to write things that the most important step to writing will be to write, I suppose. Maybe. So every important person, people who influence your understanding of the medium. So the medium itself, Captain Redford. So I guess it's like you go on a strange quest with a machine calling itself Captain Redford. You realize the medium's connection to the dead is more complicated than you realize. So, like, plus stat medium specters? I guess maybe I could just draw a direct connection between the mediums and the specters. Because Captain Redford looks like one of these little guys, for those who don't know him. Which I guess I should assume probably that people haven't been keeping up with all 400 previous streams. Like, for some reason, I doubt most people watching this have watched the previous 400 streams to know, all the lore. Ah, well. My goodness. So many creatures. There's just more and more of them. I wonder why they don't like this area. They really don't care for this particular place. Maybe it's because this guy's standing here, blocking it? Oh, did I accidentally kill him? No. Leave him as he is. I forgot that I even had the power to, like, grab things. Oh, sorry. See, our nutrients are getting low. My god. So many of them. Okay, that's enough of that. I think you realize the medium's connection to the dead is more complicated than you realize, or I guess not even more complicated, is deeper than you realize. It somehow has memories absorbed of the dead. Is that where it gets its power? Or is that how it gets its information? Sometimes. You aren't entirely sure. And then Riley... What would Riley say? Yeah, I think the most important one is still going to be the medium. What if Jackie's into true crime? Like cold cases and things like that. Maybe as a result of wondering where her mom went. So let's just have, like, where did you go? I don't know. Do you love me? Trying to think, what other things does she actually care about? I mean, this is kind of just a lead into this indirectly. Like, I think this is the question that she's actually interested in, but maybe would be too afraid to ask. Let's put that in. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, this is gonna be weird. But I basically want... I should also have a character that's like a narrator. So let's do, like... this. So setting the stage. You are Jackie. When you were 18 months old, so you come here, media. You paid a man, Armstrong, to fix it. Okay, so let's say, like, you activate the media. Force reload. No starting labels start. Well, it should be there. I know. Let's go to the whole game. Okay, and now I can resume force reload. Why is it not? Should do that. Okay, there we go. Aha. No, it doesn't work still. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Hmm. So, if I am starting this game, what is my first question going to be? Let's just say you activate the medium. And then let's remove all of this for now. So, I'm looking for information about my mother. Let's just say, like, not that Jackie doubts. So he agree. Talk he let's say like you believe she's out here. Let's do stats. Hmm. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, I just realized we're not really looking at anything over here. We should be looking at something interesting. Like all the creatures. Or the spooky hands. Or the spooky hands with the little creatures in the valley. Let's import all sorts of things. There we are. So once Jackie's starting to doubt that her mom is out here, I guess I should have a few different things. Oh yeah, also I was leaning a bit closer to the microphone than typically. Well, I should probably not be so close to the mic. Or, like, not change the position. Admittedly, it'd be better if I got closer. Because it's always a little too quiet. Even though I have the gain turned up as high as it goes. Ah, well. I just need to buy a better mic and mic stand at some point. Okay. What are the things that I want here? So there isn't enough information to form a clear picture of her mother. I guess that'd be interesting. Because, yeah, I think what I need now is I have these, like, general ideas, and they're good. But I need to think of more specific scenes, because I think that'll give me a lot more to, like, then grab it, or, like, attach things to. Yeah, my stomach isn't feeling great. Okay, so people who knew Jackie's mom. Vaguely remembers her. We got that stuff. Not Chinyomi. We got their stuff. So somebody from Tara's extended family. We now have that in the, like, abridged version of, like, the very basics of it. I guess I could figure out. Plus stats, mom, slash, uncle, trail, maybe family. And also, this further adds on to the existing stat from Balter. So it's kind of like a common element of just two different people. I guess maybe... stats, mum slash betrayal. I know. Let's say, like, not stats. What do I actually want here? I'll keep it as it is for now. Of, like, not stats. Jackie slash doubt. You aren't willing to ask. So did my mother strike you as an honest person? And I think even her friends would be willing to admit that she was kind of, like, not honest. Okay, so that gives us a little bit more. We get this stuff, legal documents. Wait, no, these two are actually here. No, these two aren't here. They're here. What if we ask the medium itself about fiction? And then stat medium slash generations. See, and I guess this works as like a really compressed version of things in the base game. Because I could just put all of this in the actual medium dialogue, but that's already so long that I think this will help me, like, condense down, like, all of the scaffolding that I want for the actual story. Like, because I'm doubting this one, for example, is going to be, like, integral. But I guess it can be for now. I'll keep it here. Um... Hmm. So it gives some probable sounding nonsense. I mean, that's kind of what it does all the time. There we go. Knock some sense into that. Yeah, I'm kind of lost in thought now. Or lost in what I would like to be thought, but it's not really. Maybe this just isn't the right, like, venue for writing. Because, yeah, I've talked about it before. I don't feel like I can completely write unconstrained on stream. Which I think is an obvious thing. Like, I'm not going to write things that I think are going to be bad. Or that I think would make me look like an idiot. Okay, do you think... What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another few minutes. Oh, wrong thing. Because I also need to use the bathroom again. But I can also, like, stretch and walk and think about things, contemplate. But okay, I'll be back again in another few minutes. Well, that didn't really help my stomach, but oh well. Let's get back into it. Okay, so this doesn't really give me a plot right now. Because what I want overall plot. Jackie starts out on this quest. Various things contradict each other. Or I guess as she gets contradictory information, she becomes more doubtful. Grows more doubtful. The AI does its own thing. Spoiler. The end. Or I guess actually, then get a more complete picture of Jackie's mom. More ambivalent than ever. Double spoiler. The end. And right now what I'm interested in is I have this. So I basically need being able to get contradictory information and being able to get a more complete picture of Jackie's mom. And I think I understand those. I guess I can do this one some more and try to figure out how to really rectify like all the well, what are the contradictions that we actually have already? So, timeline. Borstad versus Natya and Yomi's timeline. Borstad is just wrong, though. Should there be any other things that are, I guess maybe other inconsistencies between them? Like maybe... Well, what other timeline things do I have that could be wrong? I guess for now that's fine. So Natya and Yomi versus cousin. Was a bad/good guy. Okay, and let's also get the music working, because I don't get what it is. I don't get what YouTube does. Oh, and it also swapped around my music in my playlist. When I clicked the button, did it not pick the correct... It's kind of incredible how YouTube functions. I clicked a thing, and then it took like 3 seconds, and then the UI moved underneath what I clicked, and it no longer was clicking the thing that I clicked, like 3 seconds ago. And so it started a different video. But okay, this is basically just a simple like drone. Alright, I'll at least go to 9:30 and then probably do a little bit of Sea of Stars, because I'm interested in seeing where that goes as well. But okay, not Yomi versus cousin. Uncle was a bad/good guy. Do I have any other information about Jackie's, or about Tara's family? I guess how many siblings she had? I mean, I guess we know about her sister. I guess there'd be nothing else right now. And then there's not really any contradictions about her personality. But that is something that I should do, though, because that was like a kind of important thing that I wanted. Of like, people shouldn't tell you that she was dishonest. You should see it, and then you should ask about it. Like, and find the contradiction. How do you see the contradiction? Personality. Maybe she was really good at, or maybe she was really persistent with faking her religion. Because she was part of the religious minority of the Siridi, but then the Siridi became, like, basically exiled by the Emirate government. And so Tara became, like, Muslim, basically. And was she, I guess, would that be, like, really a contradiction in personality, or just, like, a necessity of, like, living within the country? I guess it wouldn't be that bad of a thing on its own. In addition to the conversion to Christianity, how... Actually, what if Jackie was under the impression her mom was always Christian? Or what if her mom... Okay. Because that could create a more, like, a deeper pattern of, like, not having any significance attached to, like, her religion. Which I guess could be, like, either a bad or, like, neutral observation, depending on who you are. Yeah, what other things? Like, what other things would she have been inconsistent about? I'm trying to think here. So how do you see the contradiction in her personality? Maybe she was really persistent. Treating some people well and others badly. Like stealing from people, or like antisocial behavior. Except for a close group of friends. So, like, you know, people like Natya and Yomi were treated well by her, but people around them weren't treated well. But of course, what does treated well mean? Because I really want to be in the mindset of, like, showing people things, like telling people things by the exam, or like giving people examples of the behavior and then putting a name to it after that, if the player, like, explores deeper. Because it's easy to say antisocial behavior. It's like, what is antisocial behavior? Paint a picture of that. describe a specific behavior, like a specific anecdote that somebody would have about her of some sort of, you know, insane behavior. Maybe she like slashed a bunch of tires for like no reason. Or, you know, just something like that. Like she threw rocks at birds or something. I don't know, killing animals. Because that seems like that's definitely antisocial behavior. See, that would alter your like opinion of somebody if you're like, oh, they like threw firecrackers at stray cats or something. But okay. What other things do we have, though? I think here... Okay, that seems fine. I'm glad we have the little spooky pumpkins over here to entertain us. How are the ghosts doing, by the way? So many ghosts, and so many dead ghosts as well. Maybe we need to start anew. Oh wait, no. Nuke it. Annihilate it. Destroy everything. And that barely made a dent in the population. But at least there's some rain. Okay, we need some sort of animal. There we go. Hopefully that'll inject a little bit of, like, excitement into this ecosystem. But okay. So Jackie starts out in this quest. She gets contradictory information. She grows more doubtful. The AI does its own thing. I guess this is in parallel to this one. Okay, you can get more complete picture of Jackie's mom, more ambivalent than ever. Double spoiler at the end. There's actually another parallel thing here, which I'll just call also spoiler. Oh wow, there's some... Oh, there's spiders, I see. That's where all this comes from. Okay, so now at least we got a little bit of, like... I wonder if the spiders... Oh, did the spider die? Is this a dead spider? No, the spider's here. Good. Okay. I was worried our poor little spider had died. I probably need this on my other laptop as well, so I should put this in the project. Let's just have a folder. Because basically I have a git repo. So this will be like plots. Hmm. Let's just have this. Every important person. Regression. So let's say like starting assumptions. Or like I'll put the other ideas down here, and then we'll have overall plot. I wonder if I did like that. I see, okay. I think at some point Jackie should probably be genuinely confused if she's hearing about multiple people with the same name and like same age and in the same place and with the same family members. Hmm. Hmm. Well, this doesn't really give us much of like a positive look of her mom. So what are things that I can do to also like inject some pathos into her? I guess more stuff about like people she genuinely cared about. Maybe there are people and causes. Lived a scared life. I think she had a lot of periods of being like existential since, well, her entire culture was like wiped out, and then the whole country was like in on the verge of civil war right when she left the country. So I think maybe she put on a brave face and put on like a hard face, and was also just genuinely antisocial, but still had like, I don't know, reasons for being antisocial or reasons for not wanting to or not feeling like she could be honest. Like that she genuinely believed this was a world that was not, I don't know, fit for like integrity, I guess. But okay, I think that's kind of exhausting what thoughts I can do right now or what I'm comfortable with doing right now. I think I just need to sit on it and think on it some more. But what I could do is we can say goodbye to this. So we got all our beautiful spiders, all our billions of beautiful ghosts. Some little pumpkins. It's very spooky for Halloween, very lovely Halloween thing. I don't have the cursor. Hang on. Capture cursor? There we go. I have little pumpkins, little spooky jack-o'-lantern things like the ones in the background. And I guess that's everybody here, so let's do a save and quit. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to, what is it called? That one video game I keep playing, Sea of Stars, that's what it is. Because I have plenty of stuff here. Okay, hang tight.